Welcome back to some lovely Final Fantasy XIV. We are here doing stuff. Fishing is what I'm going to be doing to start off. We have plenty going on at the moment, so yes, we're back, Final Fantasy XIV, for a bit more of our lead up to Heaven's Ward campaign. I don't know what that bleeping sound effect was, hopefully nothing turning off, but we'll find out at some point, I guess. But yeah, I'm going to be streaming another few hours of Final Fantasy XIV, where we will have a bit more of our lead up to discovering who Iceheart is and battling the primal that comes of that discovery, as well as some more of the fishing to gather up irregular tombstones of, if you can see them there past me, just here, we are gathering regular tombstones of Phantasmagoria. We're trying to get to 350 of them, which is why we're just doing some ocean fishing whenever it pops, which is every 2 hours. So one has literally just popped now because we've hit 12 o'clock. So I'm going to register to board, make sure I've got the right bait equipped, and off we go for some ocean fishing. I'm still equipped with my level 1 fishing rod that I picked up at the end of last stream. Because I'm going to get from 1 to 100 with the level 1 fishing rod, because I'm not actually that invested in fishing, I'm just doing it for the tombstones. But yeah, so we've got that going on. We've got a horrendous bit rate on our stream, but it might be fine, who knows. Yeah, I'm here in Final Fantasy XIV doing some ocean fishing to start off with, and then we will jump back into the Post ARR campaign, in which we are hunting I didn't. Okay, what have we got fishing wise? We need to catch Googoots, 13 of them, catch 5 3-star or higher fish, and catch 18 strong bites, which is the double exclamation marks. So that's going to be interesting. I don't know if we'll manage to get them all, but we'll give it a go. Starting off with some patience. I've done a bit more levelling up off camera in regards to fishing, because I'm trying to get to 350 irregular tombstones, and if I can, fantastic. If I can't, then I'll at least get some of the stuff from the event. But I'm not really actively going out of my way to try and hunt it all. I will just be doing some fishing and maybe doing the weekly dungeon if I'm able to. And that should be enough to get me plenty, I should think. I literally did I've done 4 deep sea fishing so far, and I reached level 38 just from those. I got 50 tombstones off them, so, or 30 tombstones off them I should say, that's the weekly dungeon that gave me 20. So that's all fairly simple. The one move I've picked up since being on camera last time, because I think I showed off that I'm not patient, which is the patience with precision and powerful hook sets. And Thalicus Favour, which gives you more GP, so that you can then use patience in the specific hook sets better. And Chum, which is increases the speed at which you get your next catch. But the one new, or a couple of new abilities I gained is Nooch, which is if you catch a large fish that is neutrable. I suspect you can't go. If you catch a large fish that is neutrable, you can then I just realised that I'm fighting for audio levels. Oh, maybe that's better. Who knows? I think I'm still fighting for audio levels and you can bring me over music and sound effects. So I should be turning sound effects on. Oh, in the background music down in game will hopefully work better. Maybe you can hear me now. Hopefully you can. But yes, generally speaking, what was I saying? I was saying something and I've completely lost it. Yes, so mooching, that's what I was talking about. You can mooch if you catch a large fish that is moochable, and it basically lets you use that as your bait for your next hook, but then catches you even larger fish. It's needed for certain fish. Hello Shadow Wolf, welcome to the stream. Enjoy feeding your cat and catching them plenty of fish for you to feed them. So yeah, so you can mooch a fish to catch a bigger fish. That then helps you fill out your fishing guide into your fishes. Of which mine is still very empty because I've literally just done ocean fishing in the 1 to 5, or the level 1 quest, just in that specific spot. And the other move I unlocked was snagging. And so snagging is an ability that you just turn on or off. So I've got it here on my hotbar, but I could just move it off into this top bar. It's a thing that you just use. Is then either on or off. Oh, that's got a 40 hit. And it basically just allows you to throw out multiple fishing lines at once, which helps catch more fish quicker, basically. Yeah, adds extra hook to the line, make it fit the line normally uncatchable fish and items. So it increases the possibility of you catching better things. It also reached my maximum patience, not maximum patience, maximum angler art, which is what you use to cast Thalicus Favour. So I could definitely start using chums and Thalicus Favour. To catch a couple of fish quicker. Yeah, 1 spectral current was enough to get the 5 3-star or higher fish, because everything you catch in a spectral current is 4 stars and up. So that was very simple. And then I've got a decent amount of strong bites and some boo-boos, but no, not quite far enough on those. Probably a bit of a waste of patience, if I'm honest. I'll catch 1 fish out of it. Because we'll move on to the next zone, and the next zone will be using lugworms as well, and then the last zone will also be using lugworms. So nice and simple in that regard. There we go. I can fish from here. Yeah, we get lovely snapshots of all of our fishing crew. They're saying plump worm next. But I want to keep using lugworm to try and catch fugus. I'm pretty sure. Ragworms. Let's trust them. Let's go with worms. Tried what I didn't do. I didn't eat the cheese. Quickly eat some cheese. Okay, we're still catching fugus and we're still getting strong bites with worms, so that should be fine. Ocean fishing is a great place to get level ups. Like if only there was something like this for the other two gatherers. Very, very simple. back, Shadow Wolf. Don't worry, I'm still fishing. I still need to catch 4 more fugus. Victory noises. Plenty of victory noises for all the level ups that I'm getting. It's funny because if I keep doing the ocean fishing with this event, fishermen will easily become my highest leveled class. Which is going to look very silly when I'm there with a level 1 fishing rod at level 100 going, well, that's my best class. Throwing a chum and another rod. Oh, not quite. And so we move on to our last destination. And then we can get back to the story. Yeah, we want to keep using ragworms. And I think I just want to keep using this same worm to try and catch fugus. Me and another lalafell sitting on the side of the boat, having a little chat. Yeah, there you go. So someone in the chat is typing in what we need, and they're saying rag also for fugus. So clump worms again, rag if you're trying to get the non-spectral big fish, rag also for fugus. And I need to get fugus, so I'm going to keep using ragworm. I do still have my ragworms equipped. Ooh, new thing. With an achievement, I caught that too. Which is for catching specific amounts of unique fish. So that obviously passed the threshold of catching my 25th type of fish or 50th type of fish or whatever it might be. More patience. There there's a fugu. I need 3 more now. Maybe another one. Yep. Can we get the last 2? That's the real question. We've still got about 5 minutes of fishing. So possibly. Oh, some kelp. But there are also a whole bunch of achievements that you can do by ocean fishing, which is a load of stuff like if you spot 3 sets of seagulls, or you spot 3 sets of dolphins, or you catching certain amounts of fish and catching different types of fish and scoring over certain amounts. And doing all of these unlocks all the achievements, which some of them give you minions, some of them give you amount. I think there's a couple of amounts you get from ocean fishing. Or one last fugu to get. So yeah, I haven't checked my I haven't checked to see if I got any of the achievements that get me stuff. Because I think most of the ones that have popped up on my screen while I've been ocean fishing have just been the regular. Oh, there's some seagulls. Canarian shark. This will be my last fugu. Nope. Need to keep going. When I catch my last fugu, I'll swap to plump worms and hopefully help people get the spectral. I don't know if I'll be able to get the last fugu, not sure if that's going to work. Oh, maybe. Yeah, we did it. And swap to plump worms. We finished our 3 voyage missions. And there's the spectrum. Another fugu as well. Again. How about this? Oh. Managed to get one more fish right at the end. Aha! And there we go. Another successful ocean fishing where we got 6 levels. Nowhere near as much as we were getting at the start, where we were getting like 10 levels per ocean fishing, but we are now level 44, so it's to be expected. And we might, if we're lucky, hit 45 off the experience at the end. I did just get 10 tombstones, so that's always good. Plenty of what we want to see. There we go. Big long list of fish I caught. And all the bonuses. 49,919 experience. I don't think levels me up. There we go. It's a nice bit of ocean fishing. I will quickly restock myself. So I need more ragworms, more plump worms. And I can sell all these extra fish. Ignore the horrible spamming noises while I just quick sell all of these fish. Once I've done the missions, I do not need them anymore. I could potentially use them for recipes, but until I do my culinarian, that's not important. I'm just keeping hold of the spectral ones because they look pretty and blue. Oh, and just a quick repair here, I guess. There we go. Now we can go back to missions. And in 2 hours we can come back and do some more ocean fishing. Or an hour and a half we can come back and do some more ocean fishing. So we have an hour and a half of progress to make. Oh, that's the other thing I should do. Quickly check my achievements to see if I got catch 100 large-sized fish, 80 unique fish. What the other one was? She-Golford. Aha! Encounter 3 seagull flocks while ocean fishing. Getting the gull minion that I had not claimed yet. And achieve level 30. I think I didn't get any other before that. Constant lag from my stream or from my stream on my end shows it being okay. It cuts off every few seconds. That's not good. Let's see if closing this does anything. Is that better or not so much? I'm riding in on the fatter cat. It's strange because my stream normally shows like errors and dropped frames and all sorts, and currently it's like you have 0 dropped frames, you're running at 6,000 kilobytes per second, 60 FPS, everything's fine. My stream when I watch it is fine, although the bitrate is showing red, but I don't know how to fix that as a Steam Twitch bitrate. Because my recording is going fine. It's just the actual jump across, I think, is being a bit weird. You can always attempt to reload the stream. That might help, because I know that was often an issue that I used to have when watching a lot of streams. Okay, let's jump back in with Brave New Companions. Yes, Tegan. Tartaru mentioned you were handing out the new uniforms. I assume you've now met the rest of the recruits. Some few answered the call to arms I put forth through the established grand companies and such. We are not yet an army, but there is much a small corps of elite warriors can achieve. Did I mention I'd thought of a name for the company? It is my hope that it shall soon be known across the breadth of Eorzea. The moment of truth draws near, Tegan. Once the last of the recruits have gathered, I shall make the official announcement. We finally get to know what he's calling it. What are you going with? Their bright blue uniforms.
Comrades, your presence here this day signifies the momentous choice that each of you has made. With your strength now pledged to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, you are beholden to no single nation. You stand as the vanguard for a united Eorzea. From this moment forth, I declare you Crystal Braves. Let us mend this fractured realm and face our enemies as one.
The Crystal Braves.
Whether it be the Beastmen and their primals, or the conflict in Carteneau, it is plain that the nations of Eorzea cannot solve the problems which plague the realm. Thus does it fall to some few heroic souls to succeed where they have failed. Come, take your place at the Scion's side as guardians of Eorzea, and together we shall fight for the freedom of all!
Sam Riegel doing a great job. Good voice acting, Mr. Riegel.
A rousing speech, Alphino. Or should I say, Crystal Brave Commander Leveilleur?
Please, antecedent. The title is honorary. I shall not be leading the troops into battle, as it were. We are of the same purpose. Let us join hands and do what must be done to save this land.
The Scions stand ready.
Yeah.
I'm eager to see what the Crystal Braves might accomplish. This shall prove an interesting time indeed for the Scions. Yes, I'm listening. So our worst fears are confirmed. The entire Isle. Such power defies comprehension. Truly? Kryl is alive? Thank the 12.
Hooray, Kryle's alive.
Pray, inform me if her condition changes. Yes, I shall pass on your words to Urianger. My thanks. I shall contact you anon. When I learned of the loss of the Isle of Val, I dared not hope that my friend had survived. Yet, by some miracle, it would seem she has. She's still to regain consciousness, it is true, but better that than death. Putting this happy news to one side, we must now endeavor to make sense of the readings taken by the survey party.
Welcome to the stream, Sana. Yeah, I'm in Final Fantasy Realm Reborn post-game, and I'm just pushing through we've just had the Alphino announce the name of the Crystal Braves, and found out that Kryl is alive.
It appears the etheric disturbance which accompanied the Isle's destruction is of a magnitude alarmingly close to that of Ultima. Could the Asians be responsible for this devastation as well? I wonder. Have you heard aught from the Mother Crystal since the battle with the Garleans?
Also, notably, we have not actually met Kryl yet in-game, but she is still one of my favourite characters, so...
Then she speaks to neither one of us. Heidelind's silence portends naught but ill, I fear. Louisoix, I pray you yet watch over us.
I can get a new headpiece. I can start getting a new set of armour. Oh god, what does his voice sound like? You have no sound right now, but did I see your message? I think I did spot it. Where did I put my phone? My phone is somewhere. Oh, it's over there. Give me a second. Ooh, awesome. You managed to find one. I expect there probably will be about that much. Because they are exclusives. Okay, what was his voice? It was kind of posh, very enunciated. Very good. See that the provisions are prepared for transport. Let us hope that this shipment is spared the fate of the last. Suspicious activity. The winds are uncommon fierce this day. And yet those birds are flying quite happily. Above all the wind. It's time to get sneak peeks at the Foundation. Yep. Starting to get sneak peeks at the Foundation. And all the Templars. Nothing suspicious here. Nothing suspicious there at all. Don't know what there. Enjoy another day in Japan. Traitor in the midst. Me saying a bunch of things to Reindish and then realising they can't hear me. Okay, sorry about that. Where were we? Try as I might, I cannot shake the creeping sense of dark foreboding. But it avails us naught to fret about the unknown. We must concentrate instead on the problems of the present. The primals have been relatively quiet of late, and the beast tribes who summon them are under constant surveillance by the grand companies. Should any suspicious activities be afoot, you may be certain that we will hear of it. And until such time as a permanent solution to the primal problem has been found, we can do little but wait and observe. As for the Asians, Urianger is wholly dedicated to finding the means by which we may defeat the dark beings. Let us pray for good tidings on that front. But all of this you knew already. Let us speak then of more current matters, in particular the state of the Crystal Braves. Alphanu did well to found the organisation, but ensuring its smooth operation is another matter entirely. Though I doubt not that he is doing his best, I felt that a helping hand or two would not go astray. To this end, I offered to send one of the Archons to assist him, but he declined. You know how he can be, independent to a fault and singularly loath to accept help, save, of course, when that help comes from you. Alphano has entrusted countless matters of import to your care in the past, and I believe he would not hesitate to do so again, were you to offer. I should be most grateful if you would go to him and support him in whatever manner you are able. I will definitely do my best to. Why is the bitrate on my stream so... weird? Hopefully it'll be fine. Oh no! What is it, Tegan? And do be concise. I'm rather busy. You would lend me a hand, you say? I see. Well, now that you mention it, there is a matter that wants your attention. Given its sensitive nature, I was hesitate to entrust it to my braves, but the demands upon my time are such that I had little choice. Which is not to say that my men want for labour. Though we are but newly formed, there is already a great demand for our services, and we are hard-pressed to answer all petitions. But I digress. The fact is, I would sooner attend to this particular matter myself, but my presence is required elsewhere. That being the case, I have entrusted its resolution to my second-in-command, Captain Ilbert. Tell him that I sent you, and he will furnish you with the particulars. My thanks in advance, Tegan. Hi, friend.
Hail to you, sire. How might we serve you? Commander Leveilleur bade you serve us?
Exactly.
These are welcome tidings indeed. Given the sensitive nature of the task, I could not rely on one of my own.
That's exactly what Alphino said.
That which I'm about to tell you, I tell you in the strictest confidence. Some days ago, we received certain documents from an anonymous source. They notified us of the presence of a Garlean agent within the ranks of one of the grand companies. Following some discreet inquiries, we identified a suspect among the Immortal Flames, whom we detained for questioning. Alas, the man was not our agent. He was but one of many men in the agent's employ. We pressed the traitor for a name, but he had none to give. He claims never to have met his master, whom he knows only as the Ivy. He was, however, certain that this ivy had coiled itself around every part of the Immortal Flames. It would seem our quarry joined the company some time ago, and gradually recruited others to his cause. These conspirators are the vines by which he learns our secrets, all without exposing himself. It won't be easy to identify the ivy amidst this tangled mass of subterfuge, but we have a tendril in our hands, and we shall follow it all the way to the gnarled root. Now, much as I would prefer to proceed with due discretion, circumstances demand that this matter be settled post-haste. Garlemald's War of Succession nears its end, and it is feared that the Empire will soon resume its march on Eorzea. When it does, we can ill afford to have traitors in our midst. The ivy must be rooted out now. We must begin by apprising General Roban of our findings. I would ask that you accompany me to the Hall of Flames, and remain on hand to see that things go smoothly. Assuming the ivy's tendrils are as widespread as we believe, he will be aware that an investigation is underway, and if that is the case, he may well move against us. We must be prepared for anything, while taking care not to betray our purposes by seeming prepared. A simple enough task for a one-woman army like you.
Yeah, that's fair. Make sure I use my new minion rather than just letting it sit in my inventory. Going to the Hall of Flames, which means we're teleporting to Aldar. Hi, Roban.
Well, well. What brings you here, my friend?
I do like that they've gone through and voice acted a load of this stuff.
She is here at my behest. Greetings, Roban. It has been a while.
Hilbert, you old scoundrel. When they told me you'd be visiting, I scarce believed my ears. But look at you, the honored captain of the Crystal Bloody Braves. Who'd have imagined, eh?
Not many, but fewer still would have imagined your destiny lay in politics, old friend.
Aye, we've both come far, have we not? Lest you wonder, Ilbert and I go back a long way. We've been friends and rivals since we were lads. The last time we saw each other, Alamigo had just fallen, so you can guess how many summers it's been. And in all that time, not a word from the fool.
Ah, well, my dealings tended toward the modest and mundane, unlike some I could mention. As I hear it, no sooner did you reach Thanalan than the brass blades clapped you in irons and dragged you off to die on the blood sands. Being a stubborn sort, you won 1,000 matches and earned yourself a place in the people's hearts while you were about it. Then, with your mountain of prize money, you bought the Colosseum and secured a seat on the Syndicate. Those balls, brother! Rags to riches does not do it justice. You're a hero to the common man.
Ha! Spare me. I am no hero. If anyone is worthy of that title, it's our friend here. Next to her, I'm little more than a glorified butcher. But you, Ilbert, you sell yourself short. By all accounts, you are an adventurer of some standing.
I like to think that I did my part for the greater good. But if you're no hero, then I'm no adventurer, not in this company. Anyway. I have tidings.
Suddenly serious business.
So there has been progress. I've let it be known that this meeting is a reunion between old friends. None will give your visit a second thought. To convene elsewhere would only attract attention. Let us speak here, in plain view of all. So it is we who have been compromised. Teleji Adeleji's machinations have shaken Ul'dah to her foundations. In such uncertain times, a man's loyalty may be bought for a fistful of gil. But if this snake has truly been in our midst for as long as you say, we must needs consider a far graver possibility. Conspiracy. Could it be that the monetarists have been in league with the Empire from the first? Very well. I will have my most trusted men investigate the matter. Continue your inquiries in the meantime. It does me well to see you again, old friend. When next we meet, let it be over a flagon of ale.
I look forward to it. Let us reminisce of bygone days, and drink to the future of our homeland. Flame General, you wear the mantle well, old friend. I must work hard if I'm to keep up. Well, it would seem your services were not required after all. I dare say we have Roban's prudence to thank for that. Still, I was glad of your presence. My thanks, Scion.
Yep, I just helped him go and have a chat. Our hunt for the ivy begins in earnest, Scion. Suffice it to say, we must tread warily. But one misstep may well cost us our lives. Our business here is concluded for the time being. Let us return to the Rising Stones and report to Commander Levieux. Sleepy. No, for now. We are returned from Ulda, Commander. And not a moment too soon. Something has happened. Trouble. You will recall that the fourth was tasked with reconnoitering and rendezvous. You will recall that the fourth was tasked with reconnoitering the rendezvous site used by the Ivy's minion and his Imperial contacts. Soon after you left, we received word that the unit was ambushed en route to its destination. Gods damn it. According to the report, one of ours has been taken captive. The Garleans are not wont to treat their foemen with dignity. I have grave fears of her safety. We must dispatch a rescue party at once. Recall those braves who are afield. Begging your pardons, Commander, but we have not the time. I'm afraid I must ask you for aid once more, Scion. An ill-prepared rescue party will only serve to provide the Garleans with more captives. Yet time is of the essence. Simply put, you are the best chance we have. Captain Ilbert has the right of it. I trust you are willing, but of course you are. Now, Aliana of the Fourth lies in wait in the tangle near the entrance to Castrum Sentry. Seek her out and she will apprise you of the situation. No problem. Sleepy Mouse can go save people, it's fine. He can go save people, it's all good. He's just sleepy. You would aid us in the rescue mission. We are in your debt, Warrior of Light. Now, time is against us, so allow me to brief you of the situation. The Garleans fell upon us without warning, wounding poor Resh, and hauling her away to the castrum yonder. Outnumbered as we were, it was all we could do to flee and regroup. Even as we speak, the Garleans may be interrogating Resh, or worse. With her hurts, I fear that she will not long survive their attentions. We must rescue her without delay. Our order may yet be in its infancy, but the bonds that bind us is strong as mithril. None of us will stand by while a comrade suffers. We, the remnants of the Fourth, will infiltrate Castrum Sentry. Please help us find Resh before it is too late. Ufiti will carry me to where I need to be. Come on, rush up again. Where am I? Rish, thank the gods we found you. And thank you, Warrior of Light. Now to quit this accursed place. Rish cannot move with those wounds. She will need to be carried out. I believe a diversion is in order. Might we trouble you to provide one? Given your reputation, I suspect the Guardians will be only too happy to grant you their undivided attention. If you were to create a commotion within the castrum, we should be able to steal away unnoticed. Let us speak again once we are safely outside these walls. Distraction causing. I've also been very sleepy. I really am sleepy. I can do this. More progress is required. We need to get to Hanswort. Neat. Salamander. Oh, that's no good. I have awaited your return most anxiously, my friend. You have done us a great service indeed. Thanks to your aid, our comrade Resh is safe, and we suffered no further casualties. Words cannot well express my gratitude. All that is left is to report the mission's success to Commander Levier. I shall go on ahead to the Rising Stones. You should. Ah, it does me well to see you thus returned, though I doubt not your prowess. Entering an enemy stronghold is generally considered to be a risky venture, and I must confess to having been a trifle anxious. But here you are, hale and whole, having succeeded in your mission as is your wont. Lest you wonder, the woman you rescued is being cared for by the Domans. Thanks to their expert ministrations, the danger is past. You have my gratitude, Tegan. Oh, Bird's back. Hi, buddy. Allow me to thank you also, Scion. Resh owes you her life. We escaped with minimal casualties this time, but we can ill afford to be caught off guard again. The Empire is not an opponent to be trifled with. As you said, Commander, we will see to it that the men keep their wits about them. And it may yet take time, but I will not rest until we have identified and apprehended the Ivy. I have every confidence that you will succeed, Captain. As for you, Tegan, I realise you have scarce caught your breath, but I'm afraid there is no rest for the weary. I require that you accompany me to Coerthas. I have been granted an audience with an Ishgardian dignitary, you see, and the man expressly requests your presence. Oh, do not look so surprised. You should be familiar with the trappings of fame by now. We shall depart as soon as you are ready. Oh, it's him. We have been blessed with a rare opportunity, Tegan. An audience with an ambassador of the Holy See of Ishgard. We are to treat with Sir Emeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights in Camp Dragonhead. It is considered a great honour to serve the Holy See directly as a Temple Knight. Needless to say, their leader wields tremendous political influence. We would be wise to court his favour. For that reason, I consider your attendance essential. If Sir Emeric wishes to meet the woman behind the legend, I would not deny him the pleasure of your company. The antecedents should see the wisdom of this plan when you request her permission to accompany me to Coerthas. Mayhap you feel this to be a waste of your talents, which could doubtless be put... mayhap you feel this is a waste of your talents, which could doubtlessly be put to nobler use. If so, I should remind you that more good can be accomplished with the stroke of a pen than the thrust of a sword. Thus is the pen mightier than the sword. A meeting with an Ishgardian ambassador? By all means, I think it is a wonderful idea. We have received no reports of etheric disturbances or unusual beast trap activities of late. If Alphino believes your presence may help him to secure more favourable terms, I see no reason to deny him. Antecedent. I take it Tegan has explained the situation. She has. Yet welcome though these overtures are, I cannot help but wonder what prompted them. The Ishgardians have spurned all contact with the other city-states for decades. Why reach out now? Because we beat up the Empire? But would that I knew. The question of their motives is one to which I have given no small amount of thought. Alas, I know no more than is generally known. No. The notoriously reclusive nation of Isgard, situated at the centre of the Albathian spine, ruled by the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, at the head of which presides the Archbishop. Members of the original Eorzean alliance, formed in the wake of Alamigo's fall some 2 decades ago, friends of convenience who withdrew from the alliance as soon as the Imperial fleet was routed at the Battle of the Silvertear Skies. Since which time their borders have remained closed to all outsiders. They have rejected every one of their former allies' calls to reopen dialogue, turning a deaf ear to their neighbours' pleas even when the calamity loomed large. As on the fields of Cartano, where brave men and women laid down their lives in the defence of the realm, their banners were conspicuously absent. I have tried to convince Ishgard to rejoin the alliance at every opportunity. I have explained over and over again that unless Eorzea stands united, we cannot hope to preserve our freedom. One by one, our nations will fall as once fell Alamigo. And what have my efforts yielded? Why not? Surely this can be considered a step in the right direction. I should hope so. Rather than the lonely messengers we have been fobbed off with in the past, this time we shall meet with a man of genuine influence. Of course, I am not so naive as to think that they come to us out of the goodness of their hearts. We have something they desire, though I have yet to find out what. But such is the nature of diplomacy. They will bring their agendas to the negotiating table, and so will I, along with a handful of incontrovertible truths. The Empire will soon be at our doorstep once more. Indeed, you may be assured that I will expound upon this point with and others. Let us depart for Camp Dragonhead, Tegan. Our old friend Lord Rochefort is expecting us. Since our quest to recover the Enterprise, I understand you have further integrated yourself with the man. Excellent work. His fondness may prove useful to our cause. Yep, he is a very good individual. Dragonhead. Easier way to do it. Ooh. me trying to untangle the cable from my controller. It gets all spun together. Ah, Tegan, ever a welcome sight. Our hearths have been stoked to blazing in preparation of your arrival. It will not do for such a distinguished personage to catch cold while enjoying our hospitality. The gesture is much appreciated. I fear I shall ever struggle in cold climes. Ah, good Master Alphino, an honour as always. Likewise, Lord Rochefort. Forgive us yet another imposition. I fear we have relied overmuch on your aid since you so generously assisted us in locating the Enterprise. Nonsense. Any debts incurred have long since been repaid. Besides, who can say what the future may bring? House Fortoms may even seek the aid of a newly formed Crystal Braves. In any case, I am simply delighted that the Holy See is at last willing to grant you an audience. No doubt your discoveries at Snowcloak helped to justify the decision. This recent resurgence in heretical activity is of grave concern to us all. But to the matter at hand, Sir Emeric arrived in Camp Dragonhead earlier, and I am told he is eager to meet with you at your first convenience. You are doubtless weary from your journey and desirous to rest a while by the warmth of our hearth. But if you are willing to forego such comforts, pray inform the knight stationed outside the intercessory. He will grant you entrance and send word to the other attendees. As inviting as your hearth sounds, I think it best we proceed to the intercessory forthwith. This isn't the part that just gets straight into... The intercessory is the part where you jump into the Heaven's Ward expansion, but I don't think this is the quest that does it, so... We've been expecting you, madam. Pray take your ease inside, and I shall summon the others. I don't think this is the quest that starts Heaven's Ward, but I know this is the place where you start Heaven's Ward. The intercessory of Camp Dragonhead.
Have faith, my friend. You need only state your case with confidence and clarity.
Yay! What great characters.
Commander Leveilleur, it is both an honor and a pleasure to meet you.
Commander Leveilleur. It is both an honor and a pleasure to meet you.
I am Emeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights.
Emeric.
Alphino Leveilleur, at your service. Your reputation precedes you, Sir Emeric. I think we will find that we have much in common.
Speaking of reputations, yours towers over us all. Does it not?
I'm just a little mouse.
It does indeed, Lord Commander.
Taciturn Temple Knight. Yes.
I am not too proud to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination. Full glad was I to learn that you would be joining us.
Oh, that's okay.
Now then, shall we begin?
Yeah. Gotta work out what to do with these heretics.
We know full well that the Garleans will return in force ere long. What is more, we have yet to achieve a lasting victory over the primal menace. The beast tribes continue to summon their gods, and each incarnation is stronger than the last. Ishgard is not immune to these threats. I must reiterate that it would behoove your nation to rejoin the Eorzean alliance.
Once again, I must respectfully disagree.
On what grounds?
Doesn't want to.
Despite their presence in Kurthus, the Ixal do not concern us. Their territorial claims pertain to Gridanian lands, and it is the people of Gridania whom they harry. Consequently, the Holy See judges this to be a Gridanian affair, and Ishgard does not intervene in the internal affairs of other nations. Even were that not the case, our forces are wholly committed to the Dravanian conflict. We have not the knights to spare.
Yep, they're too busy fighting dragons to care about birdmen.
As for the Garleans, we are not ignorant of history. We have observed the rise and expansion of the Empire, and we agree that it is only a matter of time before they resume their campaign in Eorzea.
Then surely it would be in our best interests to present a united front.
Mayhap one day, but not yet.
Why not?
Gaius van Belsar is dead, and the legion of conscripts he left behind lacks the will to fight. We think it highly unlikely that they will emerge from behind the walls of their castra for some time.
Forgive me, but if Ishgard's position has not changed, why did you agree to this meeting?
It was not only as a representative of Ishgard that I came here.
Pardon?
It is not within my power to change Ishgardian policy, regardless of my personal feelings. There is, however, one area in which I may exert a measure of influence. Concerns have been raised over the supplies House Fortin has offered to Revenant's Toll. These have led to calls for restrictions on the provision of aid to foreign powers. I can ensure that the shipments continue unabated.
Sir Emmerich, we would be in your debt.
No, you would not, for I require something in exchange. Of late, there has been a flurry of Dravanian activity, the purpose of which was not immediately clear. However, our astrologians have since observed alarming changes in the heavens. The dragon star waxes unnaturally bright, and there are whispers that it portends the resurrection of Midgard Sorma.
Yeah.
The fallen guardian of Silvertear Falls? That's absurd.
Full many times have I gazed upon the dragon's corpse still wound around the Agrius, and wondered how different our world might be if it yet lived to plague the skies. I do not know, and I do not wish to know, nor does any son of Ishgard. Yet the mere presence of Dravanian forces is not sufficient grounds to send knights to Mordona, whatever our astrologians say. As I told you before, we have not the forces to spare.
But we do. So you will intervene on our behalf if we agree to watch over the Keeper of the Lake.
Do you accept these terms?
I do. I will see that you are kept abreast of any developments. I regret that we could not come to a similar agreement on other matters, but I understand that you are not at liberty to make such decisions. Nevertheless, I hope that what we have accomplished here today will serve to demonstrate to your countrymen that we can work together towards a common goal. Mayhap one day we shall look back on this moment as the first step towards a united Eorzea.
Mayhap we shall, Commander.
What is the meaning of this?
The caravan, my lord. It's been attacked.
Well, duh.
It was Iceheart, my lord.
What? By the Fury! All our precautions were for naught?
Yeah, basically. Just when we were starting to make progress. And to make matters worse, the caravan they spoke of was bound for Revenant's Toll of all places. Honestly, were I so inclined, I should think the gods were conspiring against us. Happily, however, I am not. I would know more of this attack. Let us speak with Lord Rochefort and find out what he has learned. That Lady Ice Heart sent some heretics to capture the cart and steal all our stuff. My sincerest apologies for the interruption, my friends, but the situation is such that we must act swiftly. If you would be so kind as to elaborate. Iceheart's heretics fell upon the caravan bound for Revenant's Toll as it was passing through Boulder Down. It was an ambush, swift and ruthless. In an instant every knight was slain, every crate seized. Then, as quickly as they appeared, they were gone. It would be an impossible feat without knowledge of the route, knowledge to which only a select few are privy, I presume. Quite. We can pursue that avenue of inquiry in due course. It seems to me that examining the scene of the ambush should be our first concern. The trail is yet warm. We must act swiftly, as Lord Rochefort said, lest crucial evidence be lost. You have a knack for discerning hidden truths, Tegan. Why don't you go and inspect the ambush site in person? An excellent idea. Inform my men of your intention upon arrival, and they will gladly share their findings. Give me a second. Okay, that's a little bit better. I wanted to try bringing some natural light in my recording space, in the hopes that it'll wake me up a little bit. That's unfortunately not a huge amount of light, though. Well, we'll do what we can. Move along, adventurer. There's nothing for Lord Rochefort bid you to speak with us. Then you must be, beg your pardon, Scion. As you can see, they left an area crate behind, tipped the wagon for good measure even. Whole thing's a bit odd, if you ask me. Would have been easier to just steal it. Though a damn sight harder to conceal it, I'll allow. Reckon they came repaired, probably with wagons of their own hidden away off. Ah, but pay no heed to my ramblings. Absent of proof, 'tis naught but speculation. Might be as the squire receives Might be, as the squire receiving care at the observatorium could tell you something more factual. That is, if he's awake. Unlike myself, he was there during the attack. Not that his presence amounted to much. Yeah, his presence might still amount to much. He could tell us some stuff about what happened. And that information could then be incredibly useful. So, stop judging him. You've come to ask about the attack, haven't you? We came upon them before the entrance to the Hall of the Seven Echoes. Pilgrims, we marked them as, lost and ill-equipped for the journey further north. Our leader called out to them, and one stepped forward to answer. Slowly she approached, her silver hair flowing in the wind like melting snow. Just a young girl, I thought, some poor lost lamb in search of salvation. Our leader must have thought the same, else why would he let her draw so close? They exchanged some words I couldn't hear, and she leaned forward as if to kiss his cheek, and then he sighed and crumpled to the ground. I didn't know what had happened until I saw the snow turn red. And then there was red everywhere I looked. I tried to fight, but took a blow to the head, and by the time I came to, the others were dead and the heretics were unloading the wagon. I mean, they'd have killed me, so I just lay still and listened. Isart's people spoke of deliverance and resurrection, and they spoke of Shiva. There we go, that's the spoiler. Isart lead into the primal Shiva. Yeah, you've returned. What news have you for us? They're working for the Primal Shiva? It seems the Lady Iceheart does not scruple to sully her hands with blood. Who is this Shiva the heretic spoke of? Have you not read a single line of the Enchiridion, Master Avenir? I was trying to work out what that word said, Enchiridion. Shiva was a traitor to kith and kin, an apostate who lay down with dragons. Now, we cannot expect all foreigners to know Ishgardian scripture so well, particularly when it concerns the patron saints of heretics. Wait, you say she is their patron saint? Oh no, it all makes sense now. Lord Rochefort, what was the caravan's cargo? Ah, if I recall correctly, the Diamond Forge had requested a rather large quantity of crystals. Do you not see? Isart and her followers intend to summon Shiva as a beast tribe would a primal. Why else would they go to such lengths to secure crystals? I shall inform the Lord Commander at once. Lord Rochefort, you would agree that discretion is of paramount concern. Of course. I trust we can count on your continued support, Master Alphino. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to combat the primal threat. Our support is a given. I will need to send word to my brethren in Revenant's Toll. Our entire order must turn its efforts to the prevention of this summoning. Naturally, that includes you, though I am sure you would not miss this for the world. Yeah, I'm gonna go fight another primal. I'll be fine. The persistent attacks on our caravans seemed little more than a nuance. Nuance? A nuisance at first. The heretics were a problem, to be sure, but a relatively minor one. That was before I discerned the purpose behind their attacks, of course. Now they have my undivided attention. After apprising Minfilia of the situation, I shall summon a unit of Crystal Braves to assist us. As for you, Tegan, pray join me in Whitebrim Font. Since the incident at Snowcloak, the Knights of House Durandare have redoubled their reconnaissance efforts in the region. It is my hope that they have information which may help us to determine precisely where the heretics are hiding. Given our mutual enemy, Lord Drillamont should be eager to oblige us. I shall see you there, then. Good. Nufiti will carry me over there, as it carries me everywhere. The Sires of the Seventh Dawn wish to join us for the hunt for ice. Wish to join us in the hunt for Iceheart? Your assistance is more than welcome, my friends. Considering the report I just received, I dare say your timing could be no better. We are all ears, Lord Drillamont. A brand of I'm just tripping over all of my words today. A band of pilgrims was seen transporting a large number of crates to the west. Their garb appears to match the description provided by the squire who survived the attack. Alas, our scouts lost track of them at Snowcloak. That self-same frozen wall which we speculated might conceal the heretics' hideaway. Suffice it to say, the disappearance of these pilgrims and their provisions all but confirms our suspicions. I have heard enough. My knights will join the hunt. I took the liberty of summoning a unit of Crystal Braves to Whitebrim Font. Given the gravity of the situation, I trust you will agree that we must use every resource available to us. These are extraordinary circumstances, Commander. 'Twould be in our best interest to coordinate our efforts. Such was my intent from the start, Sir Emmerich. And so it begins, my friend, though I dare say it will prove an all too brief collaboration. Iceheart will not elude the combined forces of the Crystal Braves and the Temple Knights for long. Nevertheless, a wise man does not wager all upon the success of a single solution. There may yet be subtler means by which we can locate the heretic's lair. Maybe Lord Drillamont has one in mind. Well, do ya? Yes, excellent. My lady, everything has been accounted for. There is aught else you would have us do. If there is aught else you would have us do, pray speak, and it shall be done. Just going to see little bits of Iceheart as the cutscene goes on. seems as though we are always one step behind, our quarry ever just beyond our reach. Though I would like to believe that the tables are about to turn, I must confess to having certain doubts. A joint effort may succeed where others have failed, but it could yet yield the selfsame results. Fortunately, we are not without other options. I trust you haven't forgotten Inquisitor Guilhem. Pause for a swig of drink. We have not. The mystery of how the heretic remained undiscovered for so long has been much in our thoughts, as has the question of what steps might be taken to prevent a similar breach of security in future. Accordingly, we conducted an exhaustive and covert evaluation of everyone in Whitebrim Font. Though some were found to have committed certain minor transgressions, we identified only one possible heretic. If this man has pledged himself to Iceheart's cause, he will have taken note of the movements of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves, and upon recognizing the intent, he may attempt to warn the heretics. The man's watch is to end soon, at which point he must report to Sir John Tremont in the yard. I would have you keep an eye on him. If he ventures beyond the walls, follow him discreetly. Should he meet with the heretic, do not interfere. Simply watch and listen. I have seen to it that the suspect knows nothing which could endanger our plans. Watch and wait. Have I managed to find the heretic's hideout? That's the real question. With any luck, I have. Hey, where the 7Ls are you? I'm here, you blundering oaf. Why are you late? Standing on the walls, why else? I have duties to fulfill, you know. Your sole duty is to the... Lower your voice or they'll hear us in white-brimmed font. Yes, of course. The Temple Knights are in Snowcloak. This is what you bring to me. We already knew about. Our comrades in Boulders Down will use the tunnels. Dead before they know what happened. Nevertheless, if you waste my time again, is that clear? Well, did your investigation bear fruit? I see. I shall have the man detained at once. His guilt is plain. Would that you could have heard their words more clearly. Yet, the few snatches you were able to make out are nonetheless enlightening. It would seem the heretics are aware of our operation, and confident that they can thwart it. Their comrades in Boulders Down are key to their plans, which means it is key to our plans that they be rooted out and put to the sword. We have long suspected that the heretics use a network of secret tunnels to traverse the highlands undetected. Given what you overheard, I fear that Snowcloak may be riddled with such passageways, and that the heretics in Boulders Down are planning to use them to take our forces unawares. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to happen. A contingent of House Durandare knights are on patrol in the area, and I shall order them to begin searching for the heretics at once. But knowing nothing of our enemy's numbers or readiness, I cannot say for sure that they will be sufficient. It would put my mind at ease if you would consent to assist my knights with their search. I know they would take courage from your presence, I know they would take courage from the presence of so storied a warrior. Pray rendezvous with them at Boulders Down. If Valonia is kind, we may catch these heretics before their plans come to fruition. Show them no mercy, Tegan. The lives of our allies are at stake. Yes. Stake. me just being silly. And sleepy. Let Matilda take care of things. She'll do. My knight sent no word of your coming, Tegan. What has happened? What is that in your hand? All your knights are dead. By the Fury, those were veterans with years of service. And now they lie dead in the snow. Their bodies must be recovered, and... No, we have not the men to spare. Not now. Not while Iceheart prepares to summon an abomination. The heretics you dispatched were not of sufficient number to contend with the combined strength of the Templar Knights. Wait. The heretics you dispatched were not of sufficient number to contend with the combined strength of the Temple Knights and the Crystal Braves. There must be others, and I'll wager they are on their way to Snowcloak as we speak. To make matters worse, it seems the traitor you followed managed to pass the heretics something of value after all. Oh, sorry, I really needed to cough there. The parchment you recovered is a timetable of the guardsmen's watches and our outpost at our outpost in Snowcloak. The traitor was stationed there long before he aroused our suspicions. Would that we have caught him sooner. With this information, the heretics would know when the watch was weakest. They could use their tunnels with impunity and prepare their ambush. The timetable has not changed, you see. Of course, it will be changed now, but the heretics may already be in position. House Durandare must send reinforcements, even if it means withdrawing knights from the Stone Vigil. I can see no other way to safeguard the lives of our allies. At least he's willing to do something. Good, I guess. Time is of the essence, Tegan. While my knights make ready to depart, the heretics may take our allies in Snowcloaks unawares. Superior training and equipment will avail them naught if they are cut down ere their swords are drawn. But all is not yet lost. If you leave now, there may be time to warn them. Make haste, I beseech you. Fly to Snowcloak and tell Sir Emmerich everything we have discovered. this is a welcome surprise. Perhaps the only one thus far. As you can see, we have yet to uncover any hidden... You have my gratitude. Truth be told, we suspect the heretics might be plotting such an attack. Now that we have confirmation, we shall place more knights on high alert. Has Commander Levier been informed? The Braves must be made aware. Aye. Must be here. I'm certain of it. Why else would they go to such lengths to defend Snowcloak? 'Tis but a pity this discovery comes when our enemy has us at such a disadvantage. Forewarned though we be, the heretics know the terrain far better than we. I dare not think how many are watching us at this very moment. Found it. This is all wrong. Isart has us scrambling to save our own skins, when we should rightly be straining every sinew to find her, and stop this damnable summoning. Yep. That was close. They didn't hurt you, did they? Only my pride, Ida. There will be others nearby. We must see that they are given a similarly warm welcome. Commander Levier? There's been a development, sir. Together with the Temple Knights, we have secured the entrances to some half-dozen tunnels, after spotting the enemy breaking the surface. But that is not all, sir. We think that one of them may be important. Certainly the heretics near flung themselves upon our swords to defend it. Aha! Just as I suspected. Among this warren of tunnels lies the entrance to Isart's lair. Summon the others, we're going in. A moment, Alphino. The tunnel in question is barely wide enough for 2 men abreast. We can't say with any certainty where it leads, much less what is awaiting us there. Furthermore, we have no way of knowing how many heretics are still lurking here on the surface. What if they were to converge on this point after we entered the tunnel? For all we know, we could be funneling our forces into a trap. Then I'll go. I take your point. If the tunnel is indeed as narrow as you say, greater numbers would be more of a hindrance than a help. Should we encounter difficulty, our own allies would become an obstacle to escape. Change of plans. While we rendezvous with Sir Emmerich, keep the heretics at bay here, you will go wherever this tunnel leads. If you find Iceheart at the end of it, do not let her escape. You venture into the unknown, so see that you are prepared for anything. I suggest you call upon your allies, though not too many, for Papalima, or Papalima will sulk. Entrance to the tunnel, madam. It's just over here. Had we not seen the heretic breaking the surface, we would never have noticed it. Per Sir Emerich's orders, we will stand guard outside. Please be aware that even should you encounter significant resistance, we can't leave our post. Ooh, Snowcloak now accessible. Well, I've reached Snowcloak, but it is also 1 minute until the next sea fishing. So it's time for some sea fishing. We made good progress with the story. Reaching up the next dungeon. So hopefully we can do some sea fishing. Then we can do the dungeon and get up to the point where we unlock another dungeon or fight before the next set of sea fishing. Hopefully I can teleport quick enough. Oh, welcome to the chat, your girl Tanya Cat. It is fish time. If I can get there in time, which I should be able to. Normally it's a 15-minute gap, so we just need to get there to the port. And while we're going, I swap over to my fisher and do a little sprint. There's the boat with several people crowding around it. A little bit of a gear upgrade. I'm not sure if they're going to be actually any better for gathering. I'm still using a level 1 fishing rod, but that's not going to stop me because open fishing is nice and simple. Okay, so our voyage missions are catch 7 jellyfish or crabs, catch 5 3-star or higher, and catch 18 strong bites, which we should be able to do. Hopefully it won't be too difficult. That's jellyfish number 1. Oh, I should have mooched that fish. That was silly. I missed out on some mooching. Mm-hmm. I forgot to turn snagging on. I've also forgotten to eat. Also not very good. Got to make sure I have some of my cottage cheese. Let's see if we catch anything good off the mooch. stars. Gladly. Oh, another one of the jellyfish. That's pretty good. We've got 4 strong bites already. No. So pretty good patience all in all. Oh, ferocious bite. Oh, a spectral biscuit. Nice. There's still a lot of catching that I need to do. Moving my camera to the Costa del Sol in the background. Spectral. Use the wrong tool. There's some jellyfish. I'm getting them. Okay, we've got all the 3 stars. We only need to do some spectral launch. Easily doable. We still need to get 10 more crabs and 13 more strong bites. That was 10 zone 1, so should be doable. There's one more strong bite. New fish that doubled me up. That spectral did not last very long. I think the next zone wants krill as well. Yeah, the next zone wants krill as well. Not want to see you this side. all over there. To the Isle of Under. Dolphins. Sounded like dolphins. They might be coming around in a bit. Spectral Megalodon. Ooh, large as well. Dolphins just fall off the other side of the boat. Oh, there they are. Yay! Good dolphins. Like another spectral megalodon. And they still have so many more to come by that we need to catch. Yep, I'm just getting large spectral megalodons apparently. Spectral current. Ooh, horsepower level 18. Very cool. No problem. I was waiting to catch a fish and I hadn't even sent my line out. I did catch one and then just must have pressed the button too quickly. I expect that's good. I need to get 2 more scum bites and 3 more jellyfish or crabs. Yeah, I'm glad I managed to catch that first time. Still putting it in, but there we go. Got our 18 strong bites. We just need 3 more jellyfish or crabs. And in the last zone, if we swap to if we stick with krill, there's a bunch of crabs. Well, I say a bunch, there's 2. 2 types of crab. But they want to be caught by krill. Can we get these 3 crabs? There is a strong bite that catches the crab, so that's a good start. There's 1. 2 more to get. Oh, I used the wrong one. Oh, still caught the fish though. Here come the dolphins again. I don't think we got dolphins in the first zone though. Spectral sea oil. Dolphins are harbingers of the spectral current. Every sailor knows that. Yeah, the dolphins. I'll drop another set of patience and hope we get the crab that way. Maybe if we get a patient, not a patient, spectral current. Or is there no different form of crab that we can get using krill on that question? Potential that we can get a makeshift boat. Has the execution of meat even with an average-sized fish? Interesting. Double-bracket somersault. Was that the dolphin? The two separate dolphins in one go? I think so. I think that might be the watch all these dolphins go around. That's the last crab. Brilliant, we've got all our achievements, and now we just got to enjoy the spectral current. Catch as much as we can in the last 2 minutes. And watch all these dolphins go past. Lovely, lovely. Ferocious bite. It wasn't, it was a large Glusaurus. It wasn't a spectacle. Oh, another ferocious bite. Regular Glusaurus. Oh, down to the last minute. Meantime. And there we go. I think that's going to be the end of the fishing. Yep. Pick up your rods and prepare to return to Linzer. We got a mega squid right at the end. So I need to buy another set of krill. There we go. Hooray! We did it. We made some good points on that ocean fishing. So not too bad in total. $88,000, which gave me 47,946 experience. Not bad, not bad. We're now on 72 tombstones. Apologies about that. I can sell a bunch of these items. A bunch of the fish that I don't need. And now I've got 5 types of fish. Lovely. And then we can jump back into the story, which luckily